right, Sort of Sports Podcast, episode 176, here with Mr. Austin Fisher after a very exciting NFL week. I think we're officially at the stage where we can say this is going to be one of the most fun seasons, I think, of the last few years. I think we're going to have a 2021 style Super Bowl where there's going to be surprises. And it was funny because I was talking to Genevieve, and she's obviously a big Bills fan, and she was pretty concerned after their loss last night to the Falcons, which I lost money on twice. And I lost a whole dollar on that, 50 cents twice. And
Man.
it was tough, dude, just a bad beat, honestly. I'll
hmm
explain my bad beat once we get to the EV passes. Um, but the Bills just like, well, we fell to 4-2, and I'm thinking, hey, the Chiefs right now have a worse record than you. For what it's worth, how would you like to be the 1-5 Ravens? Eagles are 4-2. I'm
hmm
like, there is only one team in the NFL with that 5 wins. That's, of course, the greatest team of all time, the 2025 Indianapolis Colts. So,
Well, that's in the AFC. Can't forget Tampa Bay,
no,
also 5 and
true,
1.
true. I forgot
So,
about them. Forgot about them,
yeah.
which is crazy. I'm a big Baker guy. I can't believe I forgot about them.
Yeah, it's been weird though because with the early bye week and then also the Packers tying a game, we also forget that Pittsburgh and Green Bay also both have one loss, which is a very weird thing to think about. Little preview for a couple weeks to come. They will meet actually on Sunday Night Football in Week 8. That'll be a great game.
Packers,
Um,
Steelers,
yes, I'm pretty sure it's in Pittsburgh too, so it's going to
two teams
be
that I'm
electric.
not sure are that great now. Like, I mean, I never felt good about
Yeah,
the Steelers, but the Packers have not impressed me.
no, but for what it's worth, at the minimum, the storyline's great having Aaron Rodgers play the Packers with both teams being relevant now. That hasn't happened with Rodgers being on the Jets, obviously.
No, 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 no. I fully agree. I'm just saying, like, the Packers are such a weird team where I think we were all built to be like, oh my gosh, they got Micah now, got one of the best coaches. This is a Super Bowl level team. Holy shit, here we go. Packers are back.
Mm.
And we started to do that, and then they lost to the Browns, and they haven't looked as good since. And I think it's Jordan Love's fault. I think he's just pretty good. And I think he would need to be great for me to be moved. I think I like Jared Goff more than him for the moment.
Okay, I understand that, but I'm gonna give Jordan Love a little bit of slack here. I still, even though they drafted right, I still don't think the Packers have helped him out at wide receiver whatsoever. I know they have a couple guys that I feel like can get the job done. Jaden Reed's been okay. He's been in and out of
Matthew
injury.
Golden.
Matthew, that's what I'm saying. They're on the right direction. I don't think they've gotten there yet. They don't have a guy like AJ Brown, who I feel like could get very upset with that Eagle offense right now and open the door potentially to a trade, which I think the Packers would be a great destination for him. We'll talk about that maybe a little bit later. But I still don't think Jordan Love has that full arsenal that he doesn't have, an Amon-Ra St. Brown or Jameson Williams like Jared Goff does. He doesn't have a Sam Laporta. Tucker Kraft's okay, but again, he's not Sam Laporta. So I think he has, less good weapons. I'm not gonna say they're bad. They're decent. They're applicable. They can get there, but not as good as Jared Goff. So I'll cut him a little bit of slack there, but I probably would still take Jared Goff just a little bit more than Jordan Love.
I guess what I'm saying is this. The sign you're like a great QB in my mind is that if I said, hey, we're putting you on the Niners, your eyes light up.
Yeah.
Right? I'm saying Lamar, Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, for sure, your eyes are lighting up. Right now, Baker, Stafford, your eyes are lighting up. Potentially Daniel Jones right now, but like we're not gonna go there.
Dak Prescott too. I cannot like
Herbert probably
yeah,
too, and my boy
yeah.
Drake May.
Of course. Of course.
Those guys are like that's your top level. I would say it's the top two levels. I don't think all those guys are the same level, but I'm saying those are your
No, yeah, for
top
sure.
two level of quarterbacks right now. And I just, yeah, so that's what I think. Now, Austin, this leads us into a really fun thing. That this is gonna be the first time I've ever done this. I must admit.
Cool.
So I'm going to show you an image I made. So I'm going to share you my screen.
Okay.
Okay.
See if I can have a gander.
All right. So I decided to make a tier list of the franchise quarterback rankings. So
Ooh.
every team, it's always very important to have a franchise QB. We'd all agree with that. And so here's the image. Do you see this? See
There it
this?
is. I do. Yep.
All right. I don't know how this is going to show up in the recording, I must admit.
Okay.
Um, but uh, what do you think?
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go from the top down. Um,
So we got MVP
I,
level talent, and so we
right.
got, I'll just read them off, right? We got
Yep.
Josh Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Mahomes, Baker, Stafford. To me, right now, these guys are playing like MVP caliber players. These are definitive franchise quarterbacks that not only are definitive franchise quarterbacks, they are balling the fuck out. That's
Yep.
your top level.
Okay. All right.
You fine with all those?
Okay. Let me think about this though. Like, are is the Daniel Jones tier being above franchise quarterback? Like, is that being better than a franchise quarterback? Because
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say, I will say
Okay, okay, yeah,
Sam
we do you
Darnold.
want to run through all the tiers for the people like listening real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have MVP level talent, Daniel Jones, which has Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold in it. Franchise QB, looking promising, one last ride, no one can tell, and hell no. Okay, so I have in hell no Geno, Tua, Spencer Rattler. No one can tell is JJ McCarthy, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix Jr., Justin Fields, Kyler Murray, Cam Ward. One last ride is Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, Russell Wilson. Looking promising is Nixie, Trevor Lawrence, Bryce Young, Mac Jones. Franchise QB is Daniels, Drake May, Herbo, Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud. And then Daniel Jones, as we said, is Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold. And the MVP level talent is the top six quarterbacks in the league. The main four you're thinking of, and then Baker and Stafford. All right.
Okay.
What do you want to say?
I want to say great pull on Sam Darnold. I was doing what I wasn't supposed to be doing actually in my financial accounting class, and I was looking at quarterback stats because I was
Yeah.
very curious. I saw Mahomes was now the favorite to win MVP, and I thought to myself, based on the eye test alone, I'm not really sure he should be, but that's okay. Let me go and look at the stats. Mahomes is having statistically a pretty good year. One guy that I had no idea was balling out as much as he was, though, was Sam Darnold. Everyone's talking about Daniel Jones doing great things in Indianapolis. Maybe it's because Darnold went 14-3 last year, but he's doing it again on a different team. That says something to me. Like, this is a guy who, he had mononucleosis back on Monday Night Football in 2019 against the Browns, and everyone's like, all right, he's done. Kick him to Carolina. That's where quarterbacks go to die. Him and
Yeah.
Baker are
Yeah.
there at the same time. Well, maybe not anymore. Him and Baker there at the same time, and they both, can't find success there. Granted, they had no help, and now they've both found different homes eventually, and it looks like they're like serviceable. More than that, they might be franchise quarterback. I mean, Baker's an MVP candidate for sure, and Sam Darnold for right now. We'll see how he looks come playoffs. He might be the NFC Lamar Jackson. Not as good, but you see what I mean there with the playoffs, right?
Oh yeah, like if he yeah, like if he fails in the playoffs again.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I think if we
obviously.
were doing this list last year, I
Hmm.
think Baker's down a tier. Stafford, I've always believed is that good. Like I feel
Yeah.
like Stafford is just underrated. I've said for years, Joe Burrow gets more credit for losing the Super Bowl than Stafford gets for winning it. And um, I think obviously the Daniel Jones tier, he'd probably be in hell now. And then I think I'd put Jane Daniels like in the MVP level talent if we were
Hmm.
doing this last year.
Okay.
And I still think highly of Daniels, but he did lose last night in a weird game.
Hmm.
Um, and so like I'm not sure. I think this commies team is kind of like just going to be holding position for the rest of the year. Like I think they'll win enough games to make the playoffs, and then we see what they're made of. I honestly think. Can
Yeah.
Daniels win them some playoff games? It's kind of because they're good enough to make the playoffs. I don't think they're great, and we'll just have to see what happens once the playoffs come around. Um, but the thing is, right now with Darnold is like I just think it's funny. People treat him like he's Baker Mayfield when he's way more like Jones. Like
Yeah.
Baker was good for the Browns, and the Browns decided not good enough and got rid of
Hmm.
him.
Yep.
Right? The Browns thought he was kind of like Jared Goff, right? Jared Goff was
Yeah.
good for the Rams, but
Yep.
not good enough for them, right? I mean, he was in the Super Bowl. Now, granted, he got embarrassed, but he's in the Super Bowl,
Right.
right? Darnold was completely terrible. He was awful on the Jets. Awful. After 3 years, they shipped him off and drafted Zach Wilson with the second overall pick. Terrible, right?
Yeah. Yep.
and he was a backup. He bounced around teams, and here he is balling out for the second year in a row. It wasn't a fluke. That's more Daniel Jones because Daniel Jones at least had one good year.
True. Yeah. I mean, what was it, 22 with the
22.
Giants that they
Yep.
made the playoffs? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
11-6. No, it was 10-6-1. We've been over this.
That's right. Yeah. The tie against the Commanders, which would have been the last tie that we had until Sunday Night
Yeah,
Football a
yeah,
couple weeks
yeah.
ago, which was insane. That was second highest tie, I think, in NFL history. So
Yeah, it
there
was
you go.
absurd. Now the thing
Um,
is, I honestly thought about making a tier for CJ Stroud, but I looked at his numbers this year. He's really not been that bad.
no, okay. Well, I think his defense is probably helping him stay in those games and like clean up mistakes because they have been nobody's talking about that Texan defense right now. They've been remarkable when it
Because
comes to at least points per game.
the Texans
So
were set up to be the new fun team, and they fucked
mhm,
it up because
that's true.
CJ wasn't that good last year.
No, and again, it doesn't help that I don't think he's ever had his full wide receiver core healthy for more than like 2 weeks. So there is that.
Yeah, I'm just saying I haven't been moved in like
No,
a long
that's fine.
time by him. Him and Jordan Love are in the same for me. I'm like, you guys are supposed to be like some of these new stars, and you're just not. Like
Hmm.
you're pretty good. I mean, but in the same sense, like people forget Jalen Hurts back in 2022 was electric. I mean, he was second in MVP voting. He was incredible. He's never played that good since.
True.
He's become like a system QB guy for them. And I mean, hell, they won the Super Bowl with him. He's clearly good
Yeah.
enough to win a Super Bowl. But I'm saying like Hurts was supposed to be a little more than he is. Like, not really supposed to be. I take that back because he wasn't. He wasn't even supposed to be this. He was a second round pick. But I'm saying Hurts was a period there. It looked like he was gonna be even better than he is now. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
No, you're right. I understand what you're saying.
So I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that's the nice thing with my boy Drake May is like you can't have a sophomore slump if you're cooking in your sophomore year.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's still time for it to happen, but
No,
based on
no.
okay, no. Based on the last couple of weeks, I see no reason to throw that deck of cards at him. I would say if I'm going to make two changes to this thing, maybe just based on last night alone,
You're gonna
I
put
might
Caleb
move.
Williams and looking promising.
I am going to put Caleb Williams looking promising. I think, and here's the thing that nobody's talking about with him. He has learned how to run the football, which was not really in his bag before Ben Johnson. And it's not like he got that from Jared Goff because he's older and I mean, he scrambles from time to time, but it's kind of interesting how he comes in there and then all of a sudden Caleb wants to scramble a little bit more. And it opens up the offense tenfold. I mean, I don't think the Commander defense is anything crazy. They're probably like, the median defense in the NFL. And I felt like every time Caleb rolled out, he would step up and pick up 5 yards, or he would find somebody in the seams downfield because they had to step up and take him. I thought he looked excellent. And then the other guy I'd move, I'd probably move Justin Fields down. I'm gonna be honest.
You think he's hell no?
I I've seen enough at this point from Justin Fields. I did my best to defend him. Even
Yeah,
when he was on the Pittsburgh Steelers, I was kind of like, I hope he does okay. But even for a team that you or I could go 9-8 on because of how serviceable it is to any quarterback, I just felt like there was something missing there. And I'm like, okay, make him build your team around him with the Jets. Don't do what the Bears did. Like you bring in Aaron Glenn, you want to center the offense around Justin Fields. And then you go to London last week and you throw for 45 yards. You can't do
yeah,
that. You can't do it. So I think, unfortunately, with the Jets being 0-6 now, I think the Justin Fields experiment might be over.
yeah. And I mean, I'm a long time lover of Fields. I'm not an Ohio State fan, you know this, but I did really like him at Ohio State, and I've
Mm-hmm.
always had a real soft spot for him. I think dude, when he works, he works. Like there are times the flashes you see, you're like, this, I've never seen anyone play like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then that goes away, and you're like, I've never seen anybody play like this because it's fucking terrible. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like that's
Yep.
the Justin Fields experiment. And, you know, I think you're right. I think I'm being too nice by putting no one can tell on him. I think he is. If I said to you, hey, you're starting a team, you're gonna spin a wheel. There's gonna be J.J. McCarthy, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix Jr., Justin Fields, Kyle Murray, Cam Ward. You're like, and I said you get to take one off, you're taking him off like
Yeah.
100%. Like there's
Yep.
not even a question in your mind, especially after last night. I still put Penix and no one can tell. Bijan won in that game last night. Like,
Oh, speaking of which, I this is actually something I wanted to talk about.
are we
Can I
done with
just
this? Do
give
you want me to
like
take this off?
that? Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. I just wanted to like stand up real quick and like give Bijan Robinson a round of applause for saving me in fantasy football this
There we
weekend.
go. Okay.
Oh,
All right. There
oh
we
my
go.
goodness, unreal, unreal. So he was the leading scorer this week in all of fantasy football. Um, I walked into Monday Night Football with 55 points under my belt. My entire team played awful. Chris Boswell was my leading scorer
Wow.
heading into Monday night. I
Brutal.
had Josh Allen and I had Bijan Robinson. Allen did okay. He had 2 picks. He didn't look good, but for fantasy football standards, okay. Um, yeah, I had a 35% chance to win going in, and Bijan Robinson, that 81-yard touchdown he had, unreal, unreal.
How many
And
points he finished with?
oh, I was like 36, I think. I'll have a look here, but again, I think he had 230 all-purpose yards. And
Gross.
Algier stole a touchdown from him. That's the other thing too. It easily could have been 40. He dropped 35.8 PPR.
Wow.
Yeah. So I won by a slim, not even 9 points. He was the difference maker. So I'm 5-1 in fantasy right now. I'm loving life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
All right, I want to do like a brief, like 3 minutes on the Broncos
Okay.
because they were not electric this week against the Jets. It's a London game. It's weird. Who cares?
Yep.
Are they on bye next week?
They are not. It is the Bills and the Ravens on a bye next week.
Okay, so who the Broncos play next week?
Ooh, what's on my list here? Denver plays the Giants at Mile High.
That's a win.
Yep.
Giants team's fun. They're not that
Yep.
good.
Yep.
My piece with the Denver team is like I don't want to like say something too crazy.
What
If
we're here
Bo
for.
Nix can be good, this team can win the Super Bowl. I know I'm saying
That's
that
not
after a slim
that
win
bold.
over the Jets.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's really a crazy piece,
No.
but it's like this is probably the best defense in the NFL. I think they have a good coach, and I
Yep.
think their wide receiver core I don't love, but I don't think
No.
it's bad.
It's a poor man's Detroit Lions, dare I say?
I would agree with that.
Because you got the speed in Marvin Mims,
Yeah, he's
like
Jameson
Jameson
Williams.
Williams. And
Cortland Sutton is
Cortland
your
Sutton,
shittier
Amon Ra.
Amon-Ra,
Yeah.
and then Franklin is what Tesla,
Yeah, I would even say that at this point. And then even at tight end, like Adam Troutman and
Evan Ingram.
like, yeah, Evan Ingram. A couple years ago, I'd have been like, wow, Evan Ingram. No, not anymore.
No,
Um, but yeah, no, I think that's probably a fair assessment.
yeah, I think it's a good team. I just every week I watch them, I'm like, this is a good team. Like they can beat. I think they can beat anyone. Does that make sense? And I think if
Yeah,
it's a weird Super Bowl year, they're one that I look at that I'm like, that's something. I'm not sure what it is, but it's something. Um, I love Drake May. I don't think this Patriots team has the horses to make a playoff run. I don't care
you know,
what
I
they
was
are.
I was gonna mention that actually. It would be hilarious if we had a year like this year that if you were to look at the AFC NFC Championship 10 years ago, you'd be like, makes sense. Like, what if we got a Broncos Patriots AFC Championship and a Seahawks Packers? And it's like everyone's like, yeah, okay, Russ is still doing his thing. Aaron Rodgers is getting old. Hey, look at him still going. Like Tom Brady, what's he still? He's 45 years. You know what I mean? Like that'd be hilarious to just see all that coming back together. But
It's actually
I,
even
I
better if
would
it's
agree.
Colts Broncos. Not Colts Broncos, sorry,
True.
Colts Patriots. Colts Patriots.
Yeah. I got you.
Colts Patriots be even better.
Like, which again is somehow feasible. Like, if you told me this 6 weeks ago, I'd have been like, "What is wrong with you? The Colts are not going to be 5-1, and honestly, they could be 6-0."
This is
So,
why the NFL is the best product, though, is because
yeah,
look at what we're saying. The teams that were good 10 years ago, they went through some rough patches, but guess what? They're back. Because
yep,
that's how that works. Like
yep,
because you don't do a stupid ass draft lottery,
mm-hmm,
teams can actually rebuild naturally. Now, granted, some teams still fuck it up, like the Jets, like the
yeah,
Browns,
yeah,
but for your most part, right about now the Panthers should be resetting and being better.
yeah.
And maybe we are. We got to talk about the Panthers in a bit,
Oh,
but
for
I'm
sure,
saying
for sure.
that's what's kind of interesting about the NBA is I think they want to be more like the NFL, and you're seeing that with the second apron. And that's what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it like once you get a really good player, you pay him the super max, but because that the rest of your roster kind of suffers in the way that an NFL roster, if you have an elite quarterback, you pay him so much money that the rest of your roster kind of suffers, so it kind of balances
Hmm.
things. The NBA wants to be like that, and I think it's interesting because I've kind of gone full circle, and I'm not pro second apron or anything. I mean, I don't want to be shot and killed for that take. Uh, but I'm saying I do think there's an argument to what the NBA is trying to do and create more parity. And I just think it's funny because NBA fans are so conditioned by the prior administration. Wow, this sounds like really political. This is just funny. NBA fans are
It
so
really
con
does.
it sounds like we're on like Fox News right now.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like Adam Silver and like a dude
Yeah.
playing basketball, but it sounds like I'm talking about like the fate of
Yeah.
the country. But people are so conditioned by the previous administration with Stern to like want dynasties. And to be honest, so do I. So do I. Like honestly, I do.
Yeah.
And so it's just funny because like you look at every other sport, people complain about dominance, whether it's the NFL or the MLB, whereas in the NBA, like guys are pissy that the Lakers haven't three-peated. Do you get what I'm saying here? It's
I,
just
I get
so
what you're saying. I do think it has shifted a little bit in the Adam Silver era just because there has been that narrative that's been like, hey, instead of having these dominant franchises, we are now more of an individually focused league. There's superstars in the NFL and in the MLB, but for the most part, people are not rooting for select players. There is no LeBron James in the NFL. It doesn't matter if it's Patrick Mahomes or not. If Mahomes went to I don't even know if he played for the Seattle Seahawks next year in some way, shape, or
the
form.
Seahawks fans would be fans of him. It wouldn't be Chiefs fans jumping. It wouldn't.
Exactly, exactly. But like you can take me for example. I have my LeBron James Lakers jersey over here. In my life, I never thought I'd be like a Lakers fan,
Ooh,
so to speak. But I'm a LeBron James fan, so that's just the way it is. People are like
ooh.
that with Jason Tatum. People are like that with. I
Jason Tatum is a bad shout. I don't think people like Jason Tatum.
okay, fair. Well, that's just. Do you think it's more because he's a Celtic?
I think it's because he's boring as hell.
Okay,
Like
fair
I
enough.
actually think like I think Jason Tatum. I haven't. It's so funny you picked him out of anybody. It's a total sidebar, but like
Yeah,
Jason Tatum might be the best NBA player to have no fans. Like I've thought this before. Like I don't know, and not like no fans in like the way like Karl Malone has no fans, but that's for like different reasons. I'm saying like
sure, sure.
Jason Tatum has no fans. Like I've never met anybody who's like, dude, who's a hooper? You know who I love? Jason Tatum,
I
man.
know a guy.
All right, well, I mean,
The one, the
he,
the
he's
the
got a
one, the only.
subreddit, and it's just him.
Yeah, Jason Tatum Lover 202. Yeah,
It's just him. Well, there's no one-on-one. Like it's just him.
that was his burner. It got banned.
Yeah, he got banned in his own.
Yeah,
He banned himself. He's like, man, you're getting wild out here.
yeah,
He's the mod and yeah,
the owner. Yep.
and the owner. It's incredible. No, what was I gonna say? Yeah, like I don't know. I think I don't like the NBA shift to individuality.
Hmm.
I think part of what's hurting that league is the lack of importance on teams and brands and team identities. Because that's what the NFL does better than anything is team identities. Like
Yeah,
the chance teams do. You know what Jets football is for better or for worse. You get what I
yeah,
mean? Like there's a vibe to it.
I do.
The NBA, there is no distinct vibe to like hardly any teams. Maybe the Knicks, maybe the
Yeah, but
Lakers.
but the
But for the
bad
most part, like
teams
the
don't have
Mavericks
that
don't
vibe,
have a vibe.
right? The Utah Jazz don't have a vibe. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
no. We're like the
yeah.
NFL, like if you I just think about like remember like Madden 25 when you were
Oh
younger?
yeah. Oh
And do
yeah.
you remember like when you boot it up and it had that little hype package for every team?
Yeah.
Everyone felt distinct and like, yeah, this is a good representation of what this franchise represents.
Hmm.
And like you like even your shitter NFL teams that have never been that great, like the Tennessee Titans, they have a distinct vibe in my mind.
Yeah.
Like I can pick out a way that I think the Titans should play. Like I think the Titans, in my mind, are like should have like a good ass pass rush. Like that's what I associate with them because of the
Okay.
Vrabel era.
Yeah.
I want the Titans to have a good pass rush, and I think it'd be fun if the Titans have a bit of a burlier quarterback, like a thick guy.
Yeah.
Like Will Levis wasn't thick enough for me.
No, I agree.
Yeah, like
Cam Ward's got to put
I
some
don't
meat in those bones.
gotta put some meat in those bones. Damn it, you're gonna ball out in Nashville. But no, I'm just saying that's the thing. We don't need to talk about the NBA. I'm actually might record my NBA predictions pod later tonight. So any takes you think?
I really haven't sat down and thought about that. Season starts in what, a week? Is it a week from today?
Think exactly so.
Okay, so I might just sit down and do something like that. I don't think I've ever done preseason NBA predictions, but could be interesting. We'll see what happens.
Do you want to do one? Do you want to do us together? Do you just want to say we're going to record one of those, or do you want me to do it individually like I was planning?
Um, why don't we both do it on like our own? We can compare and
Okay,
contrast.
I'll do it
Maybe a
individually, and
little.
you and I can talk about it private. And if we want to
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
it up
yeah.
the pod, we will. I won't put
Sounds
the
good.
pressure
Yeah,
on
that'll
you of
work.
making your first ever like full NBA
Yeah,
predictions on a pod. That's fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you.
I mean,
All
I
right.
predicted the Cavs won the finals back in 2023, so that was a shot.
Okay. I
No, I don't
mean,
think I did at the beginning of that year. I take it back. Maybe I didn't. I don't know if I did or not. I'm trying to think. It's been a moment. I don't know. There was like a period there I basically just took Bucks Nuggets to be the finals every year. It was just
that
every year.
makes complete sense.
And now
Yeah.
I think this year, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Depends on how cute I want to get. Anyways,
Think.
let's talk. Let's go back to football. We
Yeah.
ran around for a bit.
No, you're right.
Carolina Panthers are 3-3. Here's my bad beat for the week. You ready for this?
Oh, I can't wait.
So when it's a boring slate like this, that's when I'm like, you know what? Let's get crazy. Let's go dancing. I want to put on my boogie shoes. And I decided to make a 50 cent 11 pick parlay, like for the
Mm,
kids, you know? And I picked the New York Giants to beat the Eagles because I believed. And this was documented on last week's pod. Then I took
mhm,
Broncos over Jets, Rams over Ravens, Rams over Ravens, Colts over Cardinals, Patriots over Saints, Seahawks over Jags, Bucks over Niners, Packers over Bengals. Okay?
mhm.
Ryan, that's only 8 picks. We'll get to the rest. All of those hit. They were all money line bets. I was offered a cash out of $16 going into the Detroit Lions versus Kansas City Chiefs game. I also needed the Bills to win and the Commies to win. I thought if the Lions win, I'm set. So I might as well wait. And if it's like a cash out of even $50, I'll take that. Probably would have
Mm.
been like what, 30, you think?
Yeah, usually they lowball you a little bit. I'd say like 25, $30
Okay.
probably.
Okay.
Mm,
I didn't cash out,
mm,
obviously, after before the
mm.
Lions game at the 16, and I should have because brutal. So then I was a little pissed off. I went, well, you know what? We'll put 50 cents on the Bills to win tomorrow, and we'll pick a couple games from next week. So that's already dead. I'm taking this week off. It
Oof.
was that bad of a beat, dude. Like
Wow.
I have to take this week off.
Wow.
Because here's the thing, the team I want to bet on this week is the Carolina Panthers, and
Yeah.
if we beat the Jets, I think we might be good because we've actually beaten teams that are pretty solid. But I'm
Okay.
not really ready to believe until we beat the Jets because they're a bad team. So it's like beating a bad team shows you're a good team. If we can't
Okay.
take care of business with them, we're not good. That's it. It honestly comes down to this in my mind. Like I said at the beginning of the year, we got to win at least 8 games for me to be moved.
Yeah.
And we could do it. I mean, here's the thing with the Panthers' schedule that I don't think you factored in. Like, our schedule is not hard, like at all. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so we play the Jets, right?
Yep.
Then we play the Bills and the Packers. That's rough.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I take it all back. This is a hard schedule now. At the beginning of the year, I wasn't worried, and now I'm like,
Yep.
shit.
Everything has changed like for the worse for most teams. So,
Yeah, because like now this Niners game.
hey, you're like, "Oh, Indianapolis, that'll be
Yeah,
nice."
yeah. Well, we play the Bucks twice. In the beginning of the year, I'm like, they're like a 9-win team, and now they might be like a 12 or 13-win team.
Yeah.
And like the Seahawks are good. And I was in on the Seahawks beginning of the year. I didn't think they'd be this good. Shit. All right, so what? We'd have to beat the Saints twice.
Very doable.
And so like let's say we sweep the Saints.
Okay.
Okay. So that gives us 5 wins, and we beat the Jets. That gives us 6 wins. Then we have to beat Bills, Packers, Niners, Rams, Falcons again, or the Bucks. Yeah, that's
You'll get at least one of those, surely.
okay. So we said we have 3 guaranteed wins, right?
Yeah.
I say we get 2 because I bet we split with the Bucks, and we might beat the Falcons again, deadass.
Yeah. I could see it.
So that would be what, 6 more wins? That put it 9 wins. I
That
could live with that.
puts well, if you have two more, then yeah, you'd be at eight with those with two. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I had them going 10-7 before the year. I felt like
Yeah.
they probably lost a couple games earlier in the year. And I'm like, maybe should have won. But now looking at them playing now, like preseason, I didn't think they beat the Dallas Cowboys, so that'll work.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, fan bases that are happy with their teams, it's got to be like Patriots fans, number one, probably Panthers fans two, or no,
Yeah,
Colts fans two,
yeah,
Panthers fans three, would you say?
yeah. I mean, you probably also got to
Maybe
I'd throw
Jacksonville?
Jacksonville in there. Um, Maybe even Atlanta after last night.
It's
They are
true.
3-2, so
It's true. All right. Do you want to get into the EV passes? You ready to roll?
let's do it.
All right, Austin. How do we do in EV passes last week?
All right, last week, not too bad. Went at 4-2. We won the Steelers spread, which was my lock of the week as a sorrowful Browns fan. Pretty easy pick for me there. Rams minus 7.5 looked a little bit shaky in that first half. I don't know if the Ravens defense is playing good or the Rams offense without Puka, just a little abnormally out of sync. They locked in the good second half, especially for that defense. Covered there. Bucks money line. They might be the most fun team to watch, at least for me right now in the
Oh, I agree.
NFL.
I agree.
Um, and then Chiefs minus 2.5 on Sunday Night Football, just a game they had to win and they couldn't lose, and they indeed did both. Our losers for the week: Colts minus 6.5. I had to ride with Indiana Jones there, and unfortunately they didn't fit the standard of good teams win, great teams cover the spread. So the Colts are still a good team for me. And then the Seahawks Jaguars over was set at 46.5. That did not get there. Kind of surprised that neither quarterback really took the extra step there in that game, especially with the way Sam Darnold's been playing. But 4-2 this week. If you bet on each individually, you made some money.
I just gotta say, I told you I'm retired for this week because I all-time bad beat for me last week. But
Yep.
Colts Chargers, Colts being favored by 1.5, like salivates me.
Ooh.
I like this Colts team a lot. And I'm just
Okay.
saying, like, you can get Colts at plus money on that.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just think it's because I'm saying there's no point in betting the spread in my mind. Like I would just bet the
Yeah.
Colts if they're plus, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying they're plus money at plus 112. Like I really think the Colts can beat the Chargers, don't you?
I don't disagree, but are you aware of the term trap line by chance in the sports betting world?
Not no.
Because this, you know what else I would say was also a trap line was the Lions money line on Sunday Night Football. I don't really think the Kansas City Chiefs should have been favored to win that game, but because they were, I
That's how
was
you know
more
something's up.
enticed. Yeah, I was more enticed to pick them, and I feel like that game might be a little bit of the same. We'll get to it
How is this Colts team not favored? It's a little, yeah, I get what you're saying.
simply because it might just be because it's in LA, but again, might be a little bit crazy. So
Yeah, man. I don't I don't know. It's interesting. You know, for those of you that don't understand betting that much, you could bet on the Saints plus 205 against the Bears. And you actually, if you bet $5, you just lose $5 because it's like
that's
they're not
correct.
gonna win,
That is how that math works. Yep.
right? I just noticed that. All right. Well, yeah, I think you're right. That'd be the only one that even kind of enticed me for this week because it's going to be a lot of close games. It's a lot of teams playing that I'm like, yeah, either one can win this. It's a fun schedule. I don't know what you got cooked up. Let's hear it.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna kick it off with probably, in my opinion, the easiest bet of the week. Patriots minus 7 in Tennessee. This Titans team to me right now has little, if anything, to offer. And this Patriots team, just so much fun to watch. Drake May, now that he can step up and just deliver the deep ball, why
Love
would
Drake
you
May.
not just trust Drake May with open
Love
arms
Drake May.
with your United States currency? No reason not to. This is at minus 115. Sure, the line's going to shift maybe half a point, maybe a full point. It might be 8 or 8.5 by the time kickoff comes around. But 7 points to me is disrespectful. This Titans team, I don't think would have covered the spread at all this year had Arizona not had the biggest meltdown in NFL history. Aside from the Atlanta Falcons in Super Bowl 51. But yeah, I would say it's probably the safest bet of the week.
All right, so two things. One, I mean, betting your U.S. currency on the Patriots is just a patriotic thing to do. I mean, there's no doubt
Amen.
about that. I mean, there's anything, you might as well play some Toby Keith while you do it. And You know I'm a Drake May lover. I mean, I'm not as big of a lover as Drake May lover, the literal
Of course.
account, but
Of
I
course.
followed him actually for before it was cool. I followed him like 6 months ago. So
Wow.
yeah, I was in with Drake May lover because I understood. I had the vision, right?
Of
I
course.
was a Drake May lover. I think I need to get the shirt SKU ordered as soon as possible.
That would be a move.
They don't sell like red ones though, so I think I'm gonna go for a white because I don't want to wear the Patriots navy. Like I don't.
No, I got you.
You can't. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. My concern is I don't think this Titans team is awful. They had the worst coach in the league by a mile, and I've been saying this on this podcast that he's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, there's a world where everybody is high on this Patriots team coming off of Sunday Night Football. They won again last week. Everybody, oh, and then the new head coach bump, always, you know what I mean? You get the new head coach in there. Hey, we're gonna win this our way. The guys in the locker room are feeling good. This interim head coach gets the guys fired up, and the interim head coach always wins more games than you think, pretty much
That,
every time.
that's fair.
And
Yeah.
so the interim head coach bump is real. And so yeah, I just honestly stay away from me. Like I get you're saying it's easiest bet of the week, but even
Yeah.
then I'm just pointing out this is why this week's a tough one. Such an easy week. Sorry, such a hard week.
Hmm.
Sorry, I just my phone went off and it said the ALDS Game 5 set the record for the most watched division series since 2011
Oh,
because of
wow.
the 15 innings. It had
Right.
8.59 million views. So I was like processing that as I was telling you.
Yeah, yeah.
So good for that game. I watched that game. It was awesome. I
Me too.
wish the Tigers would have won. I wanted them to win. I don't buy into like, oh, they beat my team, so they have to lose. Like, no, wouldn't you want to look better? I don't.
I mean, they're a division rival, so
I get it. I get it. I have a soft spot for the Tigers. I'm more like I don't like the Twins. I think the Twins are annoying. That's like the
yeah.
one like the Twins I'm pretty anti and like I'm not a fan of the Royals really. Like Tigers are cool. It's Detroit, man. We can't hate too much. Um but what I was saying is even though you're saying it's the easiest pick of the week, even then I'm like there's still parts of it I'm like,
Yeah. I,
I
I
think
like
there's a
what you're
world
saying
this
about
Titans
the
team's
the
not
interim
that bad.
coach. Yeah, I do. I don't mind the interim coach like thing that you're piecing together here. I just think it's too early. I don't think that usually happens the week of. You know what I mean? Like, Jeff Saturday might have just been the exception. Like I don't think that's a very typical thing for interim coaches. And again, it'd be different if this Tennessee team was completely identified in their head coach. But it's not like Brian Callahan came in trying to change the identity of the Tennessee Titans. They just haven't been good. And I kind of feel bad for the guy. I don't think he's a good NFL coach. He shouldn't have been a coach in the first place. They needed a scapegoat because they would have tested out the waters of Cam Ward. And I think he'll get to a point where he's comfortable in the offense, but nobody expected the Titans to come out and be 3-3 or 4-2. Everyone kind of was like, okay, they might win a game in the first couple of weeks.
I
Whatever.
bet on them to win the division.
Wow. Hopefully that was like a 10-cent bet. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, bonus bets put $10.
There you go. Okay. Well, even then, that might be another case of the bet $10 in bonus bets and get nothing in return. But yeah. Again, we'll see.
I thought this team had something. I really did. Um
Yeah.
I don't think the roster's that bad. Like when you look at it on paper, the Jets are the same way. I'm like, I think a lot of it's circumstance, and I think the
Yeah.
Jets aren't even that poorly coached. I don't know. I think it's genuinely the quarterback for the Jets,
Hmm.
and like, I think, I don't know. It'll be interesting because it's not really a good quarterback class.
Well, they've been in most games that they've played like that. Most of the games that they've lost this year, they have been in it.
No,
Like
they're
they
not
should have.
awful.
Yeah, they should have beaten the Steelers week one. People forget about that. They had a very
Yeah,
fluky fourth quarter where they coughed it up on a kickoff and they dropped like 32 points. Fields looked good in that game,
I agree. No,
but
I agree.
I don't know.
What's next?
All right, we are moving on to a game that I will unfortunately be in attendance for, and I should have waited to buy my tickets until this week because both teams lost last week. The Dolphins and Browns, we're going to go with the under here at 40 and a half. Listen, if you want to pay off your college tuition, the Browns and the under, it's just a match made in heaven. I don't think it's missed. I'd take that back. I think the over is hit in maybe two games. And that was only because the Lions dropped 34 and the Ravens dropped like 41. It was their doing. But the Cleveland Browns have not scored more than 17 points since that fateful Monday night where famous Jameis had the ultimate famous Jameis game. The Browns are incompetent on the offensive end.
They're so bad offensively and they're so good defensively. It is a match made in heaven.
Yeah. And they were in that game last week until they had a very Browns type of miscue with a running into the kicker on 4th and 4, and Pittsburgh took that advantage of it, and they went down the field and scored a touchdown. What's also interesting about this game, it's two teams in almost the exact same circumstance in terms of their coaching department. Both teams are 1-5. Both coaches' seats are hot. I actually think the loser here has their coach fired.
I think this is a loser leaves town match. I
Yeah,
agree.
which is awesome. I
100%.
mean, how often does this happen? Like,
It's
never.
like in WWE when it's like loser, you know what I mean? Like a last man. It's oh my
Yeah,
gosh, a retirement match, like a
yeah,
career versus career. That's what it is.
yep.
Career versus career match. We've seen this before in WWE. This is what it is. This is legitimately a career versus career match. Like if Stefanski wins, I think he buys himself more time. And
Mhm.
if Mike McDaniel loses, he's done, and vice versa. Like
Yep,
I 100% am with you on this one. This is a loser leaves town match, and I think the Dolphins are going to win, and I
I
actually
agree.
think Stefanski's a better coach than Mike
Yeah,
McDaniel.
I agree.
But I think the way this roster is constructed, like I think the Browns, and I think they want to start Shador, and I think the way it seems is that he's anti that. So it's a whole mess. But I think you gotta get rid of Barry if you're getting rid of Stefanski. But whatever.
They might both go. I really don't know what that entails, but it's been a while since we've cleaned house, so I'm kind of scared too. But
That is the bad part. Is Stefanski's probably the best coach in the franchise since 1998.
yeah, it's not
Like
even
since
close.
being re-put in Cleveland. He's probably easily the best coach, and he clearly has wanted to be here. I actually think it's a mistake firing Stefanski. I really do
Hmm.
because I don't think, I don't think you're in an enticing situation. Like, you know what I mean? Remember the Saints this offseason? It's like, does anyone want to be the Saints coach?
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
like no one was taking it. It was really weird. And like Kellen Moore like reluctantly took it. I
Hmm.
think he's doing fine, but it's like when you're him, like you're on the classic. Team's gonna be shitty for a year. You draft your guy. Year two, if you're shitty again, you get fired. Then the new guy comes in, works with that quarterback. That doesn't work, and then he gets his guy. Then if you know, like it's this that cycle.
Yep.
And I think, like I give Stefanski credit. He's been here. I say here because we're near
Sure.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
He's been at the Browns for 6 seasons. I
Yes, this is
mean,
year 6.
he's the longest tenured probably since. I mean,
I, it might be since Marty Schottenheimer.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just maybe you can get his Schottenheimer's son to come. Just leave Dallas.
I
Isn't
don't
that a
like it.
son? Is it Marshawn? Is it Marshawn?
It is, it is. But I actually, well, speaking of children of coaches, this is actually something that probably went under the radar. Not a lot of people are
James
thinking of.
Franklin. Oh my gosh. You can hire James
Well,
Franklin and draft Drew Aller.
that's probably the last thing. That's probably the first thing that we're thinking of actually is a franchise. But
You're
um,
gonna draft Fernando Mendoza?
ooh, now you might have me rub my hands together. No, but
Fernando Mendoza and Carnell Tate. Your
Indiana money
Browns.
line was an absolute smack, by the way, this weekend. That was exciting.
You bet
No,
on Indiana?
I did. Yeah, how about that? On the
Hell
road in
yeah.
Oregon, I had. I'm a big Kurt Signetti enthusiast. You know what
No,
he has
he's
done there.
awesome. He
Like
rocks.
you look at they had a 2-win, a 3-win, and a 4-win season before he got there.
Oh yeah.
What's he do? First 10-win season in program history, college football playoff. The next year, I don't think they're going to lose a game until the Big Ten championship. Awesome. Like it's just incredible. They have two top 10 wins. They blew out Illinois by 53. You go to Eugene, you beat Oregon. Ohio State couldn't do that last year. That's incredible.
I
So,
think college football is so fun right now because we're in the period where the guard is changing. Like
yeah.
your top programs are becoming weaker and these other programs are becoming stronger. Like Ohio State, not they were weak last era, but they're
Mhm.
becoming like kind of
They're
what a lot of
Alabama.
Ohio State thinks they are. Like
Yeah.
a lot of Ohio State fans thought they were on this level like 10 years ago and they weren't.
Mhm.
They
Yep.
might be the school in college football right now,
Uh,
which is pretty crazy. And Ohio State fans, I get annoyed by the delusions, but I must admit it's a little less annoying when they're actually as good as they believe.
yeah.
And like I think they're clearly the best team in college football. And the Big Ten is becoming the main conference again. Like UCLA is rocking people's shit. And they're
Yeah.
not real Big Ten, but like now that they're a part, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
so it's just fun. Like, does the SEC have a national championship contender? I'd love for it to be Ole
Who?
Miss. I love Lane
Ole
Kiffin.
Miss. Even then, they
I
were
don't think they're that
third
good.
quarter. Third quarter, they were down to Washington State.
Yes.
I don't know.
So I mean, like you look at it, it's like I think the Big Ten has all the best teams. I think your best
Yeah,
teams are probably Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon. I think legitimately might be your three best teams.
yeah.
You think Bama's one of the three best teams?
No, I would say one of the
No, I take it
three
back.
best.
Miami.
Yeah,
Miami's better than
I was
Oregon.
gonna mention them. Yeah,
Miami is probably the second best team, and then I put Indiana third.
it'd be
I
fun.
think that's literally the AP
When was that?
ranking.
Was it the '02 national championship? That was Ohio State Miami.
Dude, if it's Ohio State, Miami, that's electric. Like
Oh,
that's
it would
so
be.
electric.
It's legacy.
It's two
It's
programs that
heritage.
wanted to desperately be as good as they used to be, and now they
Yep.
might be. Like they might be
Yeah.
back to that level. I think
Yeah.
it'd be fun if the Canes were good at football again. Like I would love for
I
them to be
agree.
the main program.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That was a fun sidebar. What's next?
All right, we got the Carolina Panthers over the New York Jets. We're taking the money line here. This money line is so underpriced that it's one of those things again where I'm like, are they trying to get me
Should
to
I bet
take
on
it?
the Panthers? Maybe that's my bet.
It's minus 135. The Carolina Panthers are a team right now that they're not good, but they are enough. They're average,
You're
right?
telling me.
Good teams, great teams lose to bad teams because they're holding their head too high. Middle of the road teams though, they kind of have this like semi cockiness. I wouldn't even call it that. It's more confidence that like, hey, we can contend with the top dogs, but even if, we're probably not going to win a lot of those games, so we have to beat these teams. I actually think they're going to come in there with a level head. And again, it's the Jets.
The
I
Giants are right now like the epitome of what you just said.
Yes.
And we haven't talked about enough Giants on this. I love this team. I,
Mm-hmm.
I love this Giants team. This team
Yeah.
rocks. And I think everyone feels that way now, but I was in on it a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And because I've watched every game since I started Dart. I watched
Yeah.
the win over the Chargers, and I was like, oh, I like this team. And then they lost the Saints. I was like, come on, guys, you're better than this. And that's why I took me the Eagles. Dude, this team, they are the new Lions. Where
Whoa.
no, I'm saying like, remember the Lions a few years ago when they started being good and like
Yeah.
everybody started
Yeah.
liking them? And now the Lions are good and they're absurdly popular, right?
Yep.
That is what the Giants are going to be if they can be that good. Like
Okay.
if they have a winning record next season, dude, there's going to be Dart and Scadaboo shirt skis everywhere. They're already popping up, dude.
I'm
I'm buying a
excited.
Scadaboo shirt ski.
Yeah. It's a good investment.
Dude, I mean, it's such a fun team. And the defense doesn't even need to be built. They just need
No.
secondary. They have a great pass rush. So yeah, I mean, get them Caleb Downs and let them ride. Like well,
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors going to come back next year.
True. I didn't even think about they're missing him. Yeah, that's a
Their
good point.
schedule's rough though. They're probably going to win 7 games max. Like they're not going to win too many more games. But
Yeah.
like, dude, this it's such a fun team. Like this Giants team rocks. I think it's so fun. And like Dart, I mean, Dart is how good do you think Dart can be?
Like, I've never seen versatility, and I'm not going to make this about race. I've never seen a white man run the football like this before. That's a quarterback. I've never seen it. Like, even in Old Miss, I wasn't really sold on Jackson Dart. But
Incredible.
who else has that kind of dual threat ability that's not Lamar Jackson? He's not as big and bulky as Josh Allen. He's not Jaden Daniel. You know what I mean? Like, he is genuinely unique.
No, he's like Josh Allen's like a fucking tank.
Yes,
And
exactly.
Dart's not a tank. Like he's
No, he's not. He's
dude.
a little guy. He's a New Yorker. He's the epitome of East Rutherford, New Jersey.
What do you think Dart's measurables are?
Like 6'2",
The best
250.
part is
Let's see.
Austin, you're just killing me. Could you go? I don't want to make this about race. And I'm like, wait. And then he goes, and then you gave me a half second to react. I've never seen him. It was so,
He
so
is
good.
6'2", 223. I was off by 8 pounds.
He's a
So
little thicker. He's a little
yeah.
thick. All right, what's Josh Allen measurables?
I think he's 6'5", 240 something.
That's a man.
Hey, he's a mammoth.
Ugh. Oh boy. All right, all
He's a
right.
man.
So he's 6'5", 240. We have to check this. So what was Dart's?
6'2", 223.
Lamar Jackson is 6'2", 205.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he's thin.
Yeah.
And then Jaden Daniels measurables. Okay, can you just give me height and weight? 6'4", 210. So he's got a little more weight than
Wow.
them. He's like the
Jaden
in
Daniels
between.
he's only an inch shorter than Josh Allen.
Doesn't show.
No.
It's like how Chuba Hubbard's 6'1", and I'm like, no, no, he isn't.
Yeah,
Like how he doesn't look taller than Bryce when they're out there, which is absurd because Bryce is tiny.
it's true.
No, for what it's worth with Dart, it's like I get it because he doesn't run it like Josh Allen, like,
Mm-mm.
and he doesn't run it like Baker because Baker can run pretty well too. But
Yeah, that's true.
Baker's like your buddy in high school who's like, man, I could be a running back, and he's like takes off like that's Baker.
Yep.
Dart's like got moves, like he's like juking dudes
Yeah.
out. Like I think Dart could hit a spin move,
Oh, 100%.
and
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, Dart. This sounds stupid, but like, no, I don't want to say this. I shouldn't say this. I was gonna be like, I was like, it sounds really dumb, but I'm like, never like, Dart's just got the aura.
Yeah.
It's really all it is.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not. I mean, again, it's just
Like,
it's how the
imagine having
Giants are.
imagine being like, so many people are aware of him right now because he posted Madison Beer, and that's not true. He didn't post Madison Beer after beating Herbert or before, whatever you've been told.
Yeah.
That's fake. But
Yeah.
it's so funny that we all believed it. And even though it's not true, we continue to say it because it's funny and because it's
Mm,
the best lies and the best jokes are
yeah.
semi-believable.
True.
They're rooted in truth. And Dart seems like that type of guy. Now, the clip of him saying
Yeah.
he had a crush on Madison Beer is real, but that was from like months ago.
Well, I mean, you can ask any guy. That's going to be their response. So, yeah.
I don't know. There's just something about Dart, man. It's just fun. I sound like the Joe Flacco meme though. Man, there's some about Flacco I just trusted more.
Yep.
I don't want to mean to be like that. It's not what I mean. I'm just saying he's fun. I don't
He
know. Like
is.
it's
I
also
enjoy
fun.
watching the Giants. Coming into the season, I'm like, dear God, who put them on prime time 4 times again this season? Now I'm like, it's Thursday night football. I don't get to watch the
It's like,
Giants.
waiter,
Damn.
can I order more Giants on
Yeah,
prime time?
can I please get some more Jackson Dart? I understand Brian Dable breaking policy, like get your ass out of the blue tent. Russell Wilson's in here trying to take receivers' heads off again. Like we need you. You know what I mean? I get it. I get it.
It's so funny. It's like we figured out why the Giants didn't draft Shador. It's because Brian Daboll wants to make like sweet love to Jackson Dart. Like that's all it is. It wasn't like Shador bombed the interviews. No. Like
No.
he just loves Jackson Dart. He's in
Yeah.
love with him. But we can see why. Like I don't know how good he'll be. Like I think he's probably going to be their franchise QB. Like don't get me wrong. But
Okay.
it's like, will he be an MVP level talent? I don't know. Like Drake May, I
He's
think pretty clearly will be. But like, who
Watch
knows
him
with
just
Dart?
be Eli Manning again. Like just the guy who's like never the
Right
bride,
there.
always the bridesmaid. You know what I mean? But he accidentally wins the Super Bowl. They go 9-8 and they
Dude,
walk their way through a wild card. You
I
know what I mean?
cannot tell you. Like, is there a more fun Super Bowl winner out of nowhere than the Giants?
No,
Like, I don't think there
no.
is. It's such a funny ass team. And I love Sexy Dexy. And
Yep.
like, he's getting more eyes on him from this. Brian Burns is a last Panthers jersey I bought. Love
Yep.
Brian Burns. Like, I know it's a shame to Abdul Carter. He just hasn't done the best yet. So I mean,
Yep.
like, I love Malik Neighbors, my favorite wide receiver in the NFL right now. So it's just such a fun team. That's what I'm saying. They're like the new Lions. We're like,
Yeah.
I think this year they win 6 or 7 games. Genuinely meant that. Didn't mean to
Yeah.
be.
No, I believe it.
And next year it's like they're a sneaky pick to win the division. And then by like
Okay.
year 3, they win like 12 games and are a contender. The most fun outcome is they like randomly make the Super Bowl next year, and that's on Eli Manning time.
Yeah.
Do you know the amount of people that would tune in for a Jackson Dart Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl?
A lot, and I would be one of them. I'd actually pull it up on multiple devices just to get that
Just
number
to
up.
boost the stakes.
Yeah,
I
just to
think
get that number up.
it's just a fun team, man. Like
It is.
it's
It
also
is.
him beating the Chargers in his first ever start
Mhm.
made everything 10 times funnier
Oh, 100%.
because
Yeah,
it
no
birthed
doubt.
all those Madison Beer memes with him. Like if it was any other team, it wouldn't have been as big of a deal. That
Yeah.
like yeah, I don't know. It's just we spent way too long on this, but it was just fun. So I mean, it's just a fun team, man.
It is.
I would love to bet them this week, but they're not going to beat the dude. If they beat the Broncos,
Yeah.
though, I will legitimately leap out of my seat. I might root against the Broncos,
Yeah.
even though I like the Broncos because I like Knicks. Just
Yeah.
because this Dart Giants team is so
I
fun, man.
like it. I mean, there's our like weekly 15-minute Giants feel. We
Dude,
need to
they're
keep it going.
fun.
They
This
are.
is
They're
a
so
fun
much fun.
ass
They are.
team.
They
I
are.
was thinking to myself, I'm like, I love my Carolina Panthers, and I want us to be good so bad. I'm like,
Yep.
but the most fun thing with an NFL fan is being the team that just everybody's in on.
Yeah.
And like the Lions got to do that. The Browns were like that for a bit with Baker. They
We
had
were
that during
2020.
2020.
Mm.
And like we've seen it, the Bengals were that in 21,
Yep.
where it's like the team that just everybody likes that year. And the Lions have kind of been that multiple years. Bills are like the Bills are immensely popular. Like the Bills, I think
Oh
Josh
yeah.
Allen has the highest approval rating of any player in the league. Everybody I know
Yeah.
likes Josh Allen. And it's the Panthers. I'd love to see them be that team, but I don't know. I don't know if it'll happen within the next 10, 15 years. Hopefully it happens at some point in my lifetime. But
Amen.
the Giants are that team right now. Like if you're a Giants fan, like people if you're a longtime Giants fan, this has got to be so rewarding because it's like you came out of
Yeah.
the Manning era, you're probably excited about Daniel Jones. You got excited about the 2022 season, never really became much. You traded away Saquon, you were embarrassed, and then now like everybody thinks you're like the most fun team in the league. Just fun. All right.
Yep.
What's the next pick?
All right. Swiftly moving on here, and I talked about it earlier about that trap line. I'm taking the Chargers money line this week. And I know the whole world. If I'm actually going to pull up the statistics here from
You're
DraftKings
gonna
because
bet against
I
my Colts,
I am
my
because I
beloved.
want to know what the distribution of bets are this week because the Chargers really should have no business winning this game. They're pretty cold. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like they've had a feel good win so to speak recently. They were at minus 122 earlier. Yeah, as I expected. 69% of the money line is on the Indianapolis Colts this week. That is exactly precisely what Vegas wants you to do. So this one's
They
more of a
listened to this
they
podcast
did, they
and
did.
they were
This
like,
is
Ryan loves the Colts and tells everybody to bet on him. Get him.
write that down. Write that
Dude,
down.
dude, write that down, meme. Yeah. The line shifted. I had him at 5.5 and it shifted to 7 and they didn't even cover at all.
Yeah. I could again, I just don't know. This game could be a 30-point win for the Colts. It could be a 30-point win for the Chargers. It's just one of those games.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Chargers here have the betting value, not even as a football team. We'll see.
Funniest outcome is like the Colts just shit on them. Like it's like 30-6 and you're just like,
Yeah.
are the Colts winning the Super Bowl? Like that's the funniest, right?
Who else does Indy play coming up here? I have to look at their schedule because I
Well,
don't
they
think they
should
play
have a
anybody great.
would they come in last year? They second in their division?
They were because they played Pittsburgh later in the year, I believe.
Okay, so they have a second place schedule. So they've probably got some harder games.
Oh yeah,
And
they're okay.
AFC
So
West is their counter game. Serious, like is their
yeah,
division they play. So they have Chargers, Titans, Steelers.
yes,
That's rough stretch. They could go 0 and not 0 and 3, but probably like
yeah.
1 and 2 there.
That Pittsburgh game's gonna be great though.
And then Falcons, Chiefs, Texans.
Yeah,
So we're gonna know how good they are quick,
true.
is what this boils down to.
Yeah, we'll see.
This is funny. We moved our recording time and we're gonna like record for like triple the amount of length as usual. Now that we have more time to record, we've just been going off.
Oh man.
What's next?
All right.
Is this
I
fifth or sixth?
that was the fourth pick.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I
Yeah.
gotta let
All
you
right.
roll.
Yeah, we're zooming. All right. Next pick, we're taking the Cowboys plus 2.5 against the Washington Commanders this week.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
back at AT&T Stadium, I probably would have liked this play a little bit more if the Commanders didn't fumble the game away last night.
Yeah.
But I love how Dak's playing football, and I just think maybe they don't win, but I do think that 2 points is enough. It's a
Yeah.
little bit of a cushion for me. So minus 110, I like it.
I was gonna say I don't like this bet really because I think it's a get right game for the commies. But in
Yep.
the same sense, I would have said that about betting on the Falcons last week. It's a get right
Yeah.
game for the Bills,
True.
and the Bills lost. So I can't argue with it. And also in your defense, like this is a really hard week, like, and
Yep.
you have to make 6 picks.
I
So I give you
yeah.
credit. And knowing that, this will probably be the week you go 6-0. So we'll see.
Probably. You can see my confidence go down with each pick here. I mean,
Yeah, and I'm
after the
saying
Browns under, I'm like, okay,
this is going to be the week you go 6-0, just
yeah,
because we're both sitting here like,
we'll see.
When
You
we're
never know.
confident, it's when we lose.
Right. All right. We're going to wrap it up with Sunday Night Football. Falcons and Niners going to go under 45 and a half here at minus 110. I still don't know what the situation of everything injury. I think George Kittle is coming back this week. I did see. Um, but again, him rolling right back in, I'm not sure it's going to be a lot. That Falcon defense is very underrated. They turned Josh Allen over a couple times last night. I was very impressed. Um, and it's going to be one of those ground and pound games where even if there's efficiency on drives, each drive's going to take 8 to 10 minutes. And before you know it, it's going to be like a 21 to 20 max type of game. So I like the under here.
I like that bet a lot, actually. I also
Mhm.
think it's a good, you're watching Sunday night and you're just like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's a good bet. I really do. I actually like that one a lot. I was also gonna say, real quick, we didn't mention Puka is out for the year now. So like,
Oh,
right? Isn't he out for the year?
is he? Hang on.
I thought he was out for the year. Or am I crazy?
I don't know if you are.
I thought he was down for the year.
Long-term
Long Dodge
injury.
long term. Never mind, he's gonna be fine.
Okay.
I was gonna say like, could the Niners take a hold of this division? But if Puka's gonna be back, they're fine.
It's
It's
an ankle
also
sprain,
it's
so
also the Rams, so like they'll find a way to win. I think they could bring out some of the guys in my high school team and win games. Like it's Sean McVay.
I could see it.
I'm also fully a McVay over Shanahan guy. I used to be the other
Agreed.
way, and then I
Agreed.
was like, wait a minute, no,
Yep,
no.
I would
All
agree.
right, all right, good job. Let's move into primetime picks, baby.
All right.
Last week, I took the Giants. Just an incredible work from me, right? So I
Incredible.
started off with the hot take of the year, and then I went 0 and 3 for the rest of my picks. So I went 1 and 3, and you won the week as you went.
No, I went 1 and 3 as well. We
Oh, you went
tied.
1 and 3. So we tied again.
Yeah,
Okay, I got to make it Excel, like I said, of all of our picks. So, all
we'll do it.
right, this week, Thursday night football, Steelers at Bengals. Who you got?
All right, little facts, little tidbit here. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 0-8 in their last 8 Thursday night football road games, and I believe that trend
Interesting.
continues. This is a timely trap game. Joe Flacco, for absolutely no reason, is going to throw for 350 yards. I'm taking the Bengals 28, Steelers 23.
I don't know how the Steelers team wins games, but they do. I think they will.
Okay,
I I also think Tomlin's like excited as hell to play Joe Flacco and carve him up.
probably.
There's few quarterbacks in this league he's played against more. So
That is
that's my
true. That's
thought.
a good point.
Sunday night football, Falcons and Niners.
This is going to be a great game. I'm actually looking forward to it.
Really?
I'm taking the Niners to win by a touchdown. I'm going to take them 21 to 14 in overtime. I think this will be a
Hmm.
pretty good game. Again, it's going to be one of those like ground and pound, like, time comes off the clock a lot. I just think San Francisco has the better roster right now. Falcons at the end of the year, though, they might develop into something. We saw flashes last week. So,
I also think the Niners here. I think the Falcons overperformed against the Bills. I think the Niners, like Mac Jones is fine for them. I don't like either of these teams. I think even though they're both like pretty good, I think I don't find any of them entertaining.
mhm.
I don't know what it is about Bijan. Like he's really good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't love watching him the way I do like a Saquon.
Yeah,
Saquon is cooking. So, all right, we both have Niners in that one. Bucks at Lions.
I'm right back to your bread and butter. I'm taking the Lions here. More in particularly because they are at home. I know Tampa beat them in Detroit last year, but I think with the Lions coming off the loss, with Brian Branch getting suspended, I don't think he's going to win his appeal. It's just going to light a fire underneath them. And it's one of those games where like they're back down to earth now after losing to Kansas City. It's hey, we're not as good as we thought we were. Tampa Bay is probably the hottest team in football right now. I just think it's one of those close games where the Lions just come out with it in the last possession. I got them winning 23-16.
Quick thing. Bullshit that Jared Goff wasn't allowed to get that receiving touchdown. I have never heard that he has to properly
It is the
whatever they're
correct rule.
collect that was correct.
It was. I did my research. You know what?
You
I
were
went all
also
the way.
pissed off.
I went all the. You know who I felt the worst for? The guy that had $5,000 on Jared Goff first touchdown that would have won a quarter of a million or $500,000. Awful, but that's the right rule. I had to go back and watch the Philly special to see how Nick Foles did it to become legal. So one of two things: either A, you don't line up under center, so you don't put your hands under the center's ass, or two, if you are going to go in motion, you stand by the tight end. You have to be set for one full second. Then you can do whatever the hell you want. Neither one of those things happened.
we're
So,
gonna clip this because you did a good job explaining that.
yeah.
We'll clip this. Good job.
Yep.
I honestly typed Bucks. I was gonna take the Bucks, and then I'm
Okay.
sitting here and I'm like, this smells like everybody's in on the Bucks. Everybody's excited. Ooh, they're a good pick for this week. Oh man, Baker Mayfield MVP. I think Baker Mayfield should be the MVP. And then they lose the Lions. Everybody's like, oh yeah, shit.
Yep.
We got to chill out a little bit. Like
Yep.
that's kind of how it feels to me. Smells like
Yeah.
one of those. And the Lions, I don't think it's close, but I don't think it's a blowout. It's just a Lions win. Go home.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Actually, don't go home. Tune into the other Monday Night Football game. Why are we still doing this? Texans
Can't
to
stand it.
Seahawks.
Take it Seattle in a close one, 24 to 22. I'm just gonna ride on the back of Sam Darnold for right now. He's the better quarterback of the two, and I don't see why Seattle has any room to stop. Huge win over Jacksonville. That's probably the least talked about win of the week. That was a very important game for two very good football teams. So I'm riding with Seattle.
I like the Seattle team. I like them at the beginning of the year. I liked them, a few weeks into the season. I think this team is good. I think Mike McDonald is probably like one of my favorite new head coaches of the last few years. I think he knows what he's doing. I think he's building a contender in Seattle. I don't know if Darnold will be the quarterback of that contender. We'll have to see. I don't think they're a contender this year. Somebody will think they are, but they're not. Um,
Mm.
but I think they're essentially a worse version of the Bucks, and we saw that when they played. And yeah, I like this team. So, I mean, pretty simple for me. I'm
All
in on
right.
the Seahawks. I just wish they would rebrand and make the retro jerseys their full time. Also, Jackson Smith and Jigba's like a top five wide receiver now.
Solidified. Yeah. AJ Brown might be kicked out of the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even if it's not his fault. Like, if you're not being used, you're not. Yeah.
If, yeah,
Wait, so it's what? It's
it's,
it's Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, CeeDee
mm,
Lamb, Malik Neighbors. Who's the other one I'm forgetting?
I mean, if you're going to put JSN in
Is
that
it
top
JSN
five,
five?
yeah, I mean, Amon Ra's got to be up there.
Amonra. That's the one I was
Um,
forgetting. I was forgetting
yep,
Amonra.
yep.
I would kick Lamb out, but like we know he's that good.
I'd keep him in the top five. I really would.
I don't want to move Neighbors though. Neighbors is good.
He is. Let's see what he can do with Jackson Dart eventually.
Probably
We'll have to
crazy
wait.
shit.
Probably.
I think you'd put JSN in right now and be like, sorry, Malik, but you're hurt. We'll have to
Yeah,
wait till next year to decide.
that's fair. That's fair enough.
The thing as Justin Jefferson is like being a guy who commits to the idea of like, yeah, he's better than Jamar Chase, like that reaps the benefits every time because like he is so clearly better.
Yeah,
I think
that's
the
a good point.
gap between Justin Jefferson and everybody else is like actually kind of large. I
That's
think the
that's a good
different
take.
I think the different what?
That's a good take. I like that.
I think the
That's
difference
good.
between him and Jamar Chase is significantly larger than the difference between Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb. Like, I really do.
Yeah.
Same with Josh Allen and everybody else. Like, I think he's kind of significantly better than everybody else. I don't care he played bad last night. Like,
All right. Yeah.
all right, that's it. Okay. All right, Austin, it was great. We did like twice as long as we usually do, and that's fun. I'm glad. So I will see you again soon, and you think about your NBA picks.
Yeah. I will get on that. I'm excited.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.